Well, this is the anniversary of D-Day, and we see a very different Democratic Party than the one that launched us into victory over the Nazis many years ago. Under FDR, it was said, quote, "You are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed people of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world." So let's talk about the recent DNC national gathering. This many years later, an opportunity so squandered, it makes Kafka look like a greeting card illustrator. If we wanted to sum up the opposition party in a few pithy words, we might say testosterone deficit theater, or public policy soft serve, civic droop, filibustered flesh, constitutionally incapable, wielding a rubber gavel, ideologically flaccid. How about power limp? Picture it. This time, our own nation teetering on the lip of autocracy, the founding ideals smoldering in the trash barrel behind Mar-a-Lago. And over at the Democratic National Committee, well, they hold a 3-hour meeting in Little Rock, Arkansas, like it's the Kiwanis Club deciding on what color napkins to use for their next pancake breakfast. Now, let me set the scene for you. The American experiment is dangling by a thread, one boot away from a full-blown autocratic face stomp. And where's the Democratic National Committee? They're holding a 3-hour seance for relevance. Yeah, the executive committee, allegedly the brains of the operation, finally meet for the first time since mid-December. That's 5 months of total radio silence while the country's been rerouted through a clown car driven by Mr. Musk and ghostwritten by Steve Bannon and his published plan, which suggests that we flood the news every second with mayhem. And boy, has that been working. The legacy media doesn't have the critical thinking skills to cut through the feint, using a fencing term, and get down to what's really happening. And what do these Democratic masterminds do with their long-awaited moment? Nothing. Nada. A performance so inert, so paralyzed, it made C-SPAN look like a Tarantino film. According to their own bylaws, God bless the comedy of rules that no one follows, the DNC is supposed to, quote, conduct the affairs of the party between full meetings. But what actually happened looked less like a strategy and more like a hostage negotiation with their own conscience. Pardon my sarcasm. I can't help it. I'm like 10 years old. You know that. Now, if you blinked, you probably missed all of this, because aside from a website called Progressive Hub, nobody in national media bothered to cover it. Even Arkansas local news probably filed it between squirrel steals churro and weather still hot. Meanwhile, 7,000 people, most of them not under the influence, signed a petition begging for the full DNC to meet immediately. They said, and I quote, "Business as usual must give way to truly bold action." Bold action from the DNC? Asking the Democratic Party to take bold action is like asking a sloth to file your taxes during a house fire. You might get paperwork, you're not going to get urgency. Because while Mr. T and his merry band of autocratic tech bros are busy dismantling democracy with hedge fund precision, the DNC is stuck in a parallel dimension where messaging is action and resistance is a branded coffee mug. Thanks to Norman Solomon, one of the few voices and a frequent guest on the CARY Harrison file, as he put it perfectly, while democracy burns, the Democrats bring squirt guns, and not even pressurized ones. I'm talking dollar store, dribble on your shoes, squirt guns. But we do have some gatekeepers. who are bringing us forward into this understanding and also offering some ideas on what you and I can do, because that's all I hear every day. So what do? I want to do something. What do I do? And, it's crickets on all the regular media, just crickets. We're just going to throw more poison at you, just have you turn off from the news cycle altogether. And so MSNBC has lost, 300,000 viewers. CNN is down 200,000. Fox News up 21% because it gives them calls to action. Horrible ones, maybe, but something they can do about it. On the side that isn't them, nothing to do about it. Just take your poison. And you know what? People can't take it.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. Ouch! Well, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, call now and get free shipping of your new CGM, plus we'll bill your insurance for you.
877-282-8102. That's 877-282-8102. 877-282-8102. 877-282-8102. I want your mental orchestra to fire up. I want you to play a little music in the background in your mind, because once upon a time in the not so distant past, Donald Trump and Elon Musk were the power couple of American politics and innovation. Mr. Musk, the self-proclaimed Martian overlord, found a kindred spirit in Mr. Trump, the self-proclaimed stable genius. Together, they embarked on a journey to make America great again, one tax cut and rocket launch at a time. Musk even took the helm of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, a bureaucratic experiment that promised to trim the fat but ended up slicing through essential services like a machete-wielding maniac. The bromance was strong, with Musk's companies benefiting from government contracts and Trump's administration basking in the glow of Silicon Valley's golden boy. But alas, all good things must come to an end. The honeymoon phase soured when Musk dared to criticize Trump's one big, beautiful bill, a fiscal monstrosity that ballooned the deficit while slashing EV incentives. Mr. Musk, whose fortune is tethered to the success of electric vehicles, saw red. Mr. T, never one to take criticism lightly, responded with the subtlety of a wrecking ball. He threatened to revoke Mr. M's government contracts, including those with NASA, with the military, with everything else, like at least 12 different branches of giant government, the largest government on Earth. The bromance turned into a brawl, with both parties exchanging barbs on social media platforms. Mr. T on Truth Social and Mr. M on X, formerly known as Twitter. The market reacted as one would expect, with two influential figures engaging in a public spat. Tesla's stock plummeted by 14%, erasing $150 billion in market capitalization. Mr. T's media ventures weren't spared either, with shares dropping 8%, costing him millions in paper losses. It's as if the stock market collectively facepalmed at their antics. Now, Mr. M is hinting at forming a new political party, appealing to centrists disillusioned with both major parties. In the end, this feud serves as a cautionary tale of what happens when personal vendettas overshadow public service. It's a reminder that when billionaires bicker, it's the average citizen who often bears the brunt of the fallout, be it through market instability, policy paralysis, or the erosion of trust in institutions. The only institutions we happen to trust now are mental institutions. If Elon Musk were actually able to establish a third party, would you go for it after the Democrats' listlessness and the Republicans' avarice? But would it be certainly financed and controlled? Well, duh. But would it be better than the two options that we're currently seeing right now? Is this feud, in your opinion, purely a distraction, a divorce of convenience, or a legitimate ideological split? And if Mr. M did start his own political party, would you take it seriously, or would you rather let SpaceX shoot it straight to the sun? Well, important questions. Not particularly easy answers, but I know you have them because this is your country and you get to have it the way you want because you are the government and the government is your cleaning lady. You hire it to fill potholes. You hire it to pave the streets. You hire it to basically ensure the nuclear power plants because no private company is ever going to take that level of risk. So it does the things you can't do yourself, and it does the things larger than you as an individual named